Donald Trump, for as much as he has trashed Republicans in the state of Georgia, has still been faithful to incumbent Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, who are both facing runoffs January 5th, fighting for their political life, fighting for control of the Senate. And Trump has been out there. He has, done a rally supporting these individuals. His campaign sending out emails supporting these individuals, raising money to help these two Republicans. But a new report from Politico says that the money he is raising actually isn't doing any good for the Republicans. And do you know why? Because he's not passing it on to Perdue or Loeffler or their campaigns or the GOP or the RNC. None of it. He's keeping it. All of the money, according to this Politico report, that Trump has raised for these Senate candidates, telling people, give me money so I can help them, it's just staying in his pocket. We're only a couple weeks away from the runoff, right? You don't have a whole heck of a lot of time here to do something. Next week is Christmas week. It's going to be crazy. The week between Christmas and New Year's is always kind of like a week that really doesn't count. Like, nobody actually counts that week, right? It's a freebie. You can do whatever you want. You can, eat whatever you want. It's a freebie. Everybody's kind of lazy and tired to end the year. And then after that, boom, next week is the Senate runoff in Georgia. You don't have a lot of time to sit on this money and then eventually say, okay, here it is. Now you can start running ads. You can do these. No, there's no time. So there's no excuse for him to hold on to this money unless, of course, he never intended for the money to make it to them in the first place. Kind of like most of the money that he raised for his legal challenges following the election. Sent out emails saying, hey, help us fight the fight. You got to send us money. But a disclaimer at the bottom of all those emails said at least half of all donations would go to pay off our campaign debts. And I think that is probably exactly what's happening with the money he's raising for those Senate candidates. Look, you run a lot of debts when you run campaigns. Things are expensive, right? Not just the ad part of it. That's actually the cheapest part of it. Except, of course, they do that through, these different firms, and the middle people get money and we hire these people and then more money gets changed. They overcharge on all of it, but that's not the most expensive part for a guy like Trump. Those rallies he holds, he has to pay the cities to pay the police overtime to go and protect him. They have to pay the city to, shut down roads. They have to pay for the venue. They have to pay for every single bit of it. That gets expensive really quick. And Trump still hasn't paid some of his debts from the 2016 campaign. He still owes cities. So he needs to raise more money, and he needs to raise it fast, because once he is no longer, once we're out of the election cycle, he can't just keep the Trump 2020 campaign open for business. He will have to either, liquidate and use it all to pay off his debts because he cannot cash in any of it, or he will have to transform it into a super PAC, at which point he will also not be able to use it to pay off campaign debts. So that is my guess as to why he's holding on to this money. He can't use it for himself. That would be illegal. Then again, something being illegal hasn't exactly stopped Trump in the past. All we know at this point is that Republicans, because they put all their undying loyalty into Trump, are continuing to get exactly what they deserve.